What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your boy NarikChase on the scene once again. Welcome to the very first podcast on this channel, on the website, or wherever I decide I want to sit here and put this. This is going to be a very special one, considering the fact that I'm going to be talking with my boy Zack. He's going to be on the scene. Y'all know him from back in the day. We was knocking out the break of the bass and everything, so he came back for another discussion with me. And of course, my girl Lakeisha, she's here speaking for the first time. Y'all say what's up.
What's up?
Hello.
This is terrible. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about this. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers. This whole thing gonna be about Jeepers Creepers. We're gonna talk about the first movie, the second movie, and thoughts, ideas, and scenarios for the possible third film, which I haven't seen if it's confirmed or not, even though it's been highly rumored to be on the way towards production. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and knock this out. Let's get to talking about Jeepers Creepers, guys. What do y'all think about the Jeepers Creepers series?
Well, who wants to go first?
I don't know. It don't matter. Just shoot whatever's on your mind. Me personally, I like the Jeepers Creepers series. I think the series itself has established itself as one of the most concrete of like horror films. I think it's up there with Jason and Michael Myers and stuff like that. It certainly is a standout creature, right?
Yeah, it's different.
It's standoutish, but I'm not sure I would say concrete, seeing as how they've only made one movie so far, and you have to excuse that noise. That's my cat scratching the couch.
Scratch the hell out that couch like watch that Jeepers Creepers herself.
But yeah, getting back to that, I wouldn't say it's so concrete because they've only made two movies, and you're looking at movies like Jason and Michael Myers or whatever, and they've made dozens of movies back in the day.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. Like back then, their standards for like horror are different now. Like they couldn't put out those type of movies now, and it'd be like 9 movies. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I don't remember when did the first Jeepers Creepers movie air?
I think it was 2000.
2001.
2001.
Okay, so 2001, and then the second one was released. How long after?
Wasn't it like 2003? Is that 2004?
2003.
Ah.
Okay, well that's not such a bad gap between movies. But here we are in 2016, and they're only just now going back to that.
Shit, I think this is what it is when it comes to it. Like the first one was pretty cool, the second one was pretty cool, but I think this is, if they're gonna make a third one, they got to do it right. They got to do it right. If they don't do it right, then the series is gonna fall.
Well, when it came between the first and second one, I personally believe the second one was a better improvement over the first. Not that I have much recollection over the first one, that's probably why. But the second one caught my attention a lot more because I guess it was more my type of horror. You know, you're in a school bus in the middle of fucking nowheres, and you're trapped in a bus, and there's this creature stalking you outside, killing all your friends. That's more terrifying to me. That was more terrifying than the first one.
Okay, let's go back to the first one. I know you say you ain't don't remember too much of it. Hopefully, us talking about it jog some memories about it. But as far as the first one, we're gonna talk about the characters right quick. Trish and Derry, I think that's their name. Mm-hmm. What did you think about them? Did you like their characters, since they're siblings and everything?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked their characters.
They were dumbasses, mind you, they were. But they were likable characters.
Well, how old were they?
What? About college age?
So, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going home from college for the summer. Spring.
Okay, so typical young, dumb, stupid college kids.
But I think one of the best reasons, one thing they did good with this was the fact that they weren't a couple; they were brothers and sisters. and when they had the like back and forth dynamic and stuff, they actually felt like brothers and sisters. I actually like their characters.
Yeah, it showed what brother and sister do for each other. I'm like, mine.
And so what's the Giselle? Okay, everybody, let's talk about Giselle right quick. Cause me and you were talking about this the other day, and we said one thing we didn't like about Giselle was instead of her just coming out and saying what she knew,
Yeah.
she was like very vague about everything. She was like, "What? He haunts you in your dreams," and like, who the hell is he? What can he do in the dreams and stuff? How is he finding me? Answer some of these questions. You know.
Yeah, like the way she called them on the phone, and she's like, "Have you seen the cats yet?" Okay, like who are you? Like, how do you know who's gonna answer the phone?
Yeah, it's like you're not. She kept it too vague to me, and I think that one of the best things they could have did with her character, which I do think her character was wasted, was if they're gonna keep the things vague, let her be with them, and the information be received to her in a vague manner. Then instead of her being like, she was seeing all this crap, but you don't even know who she is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So say she's trying to help them. She's like, okay, somebody's trying to stalking you, trying to kill you. Say she received a vision or some cats. So now they got to avoid, cats or whatever. I think that was one thing they could have done better with her character. Because to me, she practically killed him. Oh, snaps. But outside of them, the characters were straight. The Creeper, what did you think about his character design? Because I think I told you this a while back too. The most badass part was the part where, well, he had a couple of badass moments in that movie. But like the scariest part of the whole movie was the part where he killed the shit out the old lady who had that shotgun with the cats, and then he moved her aside, and you finally get to see the character reveal, and his face was all silhouetted, half in shadow, and it was all. And didn't he smile?
I believe so because didn't he smile in the second one too? Wasn't that kind of like
he smiled a lot in the second one?
Yeah, that was like his trademark.
Yeah,
I would say.
So I mean, like him being in the first one was pretty cool, right? Like the way I kind of was behind the whole thing where he was like, remember they ran him over?
Yeah.
And he was like made of dust and all of that.
Yeah, that was interesting, but of course there's no real backstory on this creature, so we don't know why or how that came to be.
Yeah. So as far as like him in the first movie, which the first movie actually had a pretty good ending, even though it was fucked up. Yeah, it was messed up. Dude got his head scooped out like it was a bowl of cereal.
Well, he was biting people's heads off in the second one, so
that boy. Oh, snaps. But yeah, what do you think of the story in the first one? Do you think it was kind of like, I don't think it was an original story, but I think it was kind of a good, like the story itself had a good pacing, kind of told a decent story, but the way it was paced and like the suspense and the thrilling moments and the horror moments, everything was done well because of the way the story was told. Like, I guess what I'm saying is it was a good introductory story to the character.
Well, I think the story of the first one was probably better than the story in the second one, because the second one was kind of just a bunch of high school jocks and friends on a school trip, or was a they were on their way to a football game or something like that.
Yeah, they were on their way back.
And,
I personally, I think the first one's story stands out a little bit more because it was a reveal, but in the second one, you didn't get to. They revealed some stuff, but it wasn't enough to like, every incarnation is gonna be something new revealed about the creature. But I don't think in the second one they actually did that, not like that. So it worked for what it was. Like especially the sequence where Derry falls into that little pipe and then he sees all the dead bodies.
Yeah.
Everybody's like I think that's.
I remember that part
Yeah, that's like that was like something that probably should have been. If they hadn't put it in the first movie, it could have been in the second movie. So you get a better idea of what he does with people when he eats the hell out of them or whatever.
So did you not like the cast in the second movie?
Okay, my thing about the cast in the second movie really was the fact that not too many. It's like it felt a mixture of cliche.
I'll give you that. It was a big cliche, and honestly, there wasn't a lot of substance behind each character. It's kind of like they were just there to be fed to this monster, but there.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things I said was kind of the problem behind the second one, was the fact that really didn't care about none of the kids. I mean, the only people you really cared about really was the father and his son, like them, because they actually had a good reason. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that I think they should have worked better with the characters on the bus, and if they didn't, at least focus. They did focus on some characters, but not enough.
Honestly, I cared about the coach more than those kids.
Yeah. Let's see. Going back towards the creature design. Did you like the design in part 2?
I liked it. I think he was much creepier in that one. It frightened me more to see him in the second one than in the first one. When he was flying around and everything, that was creepy as hell. And I don't know, I guess it was just the overall setting of things that made him that much creepier.
I think also, like, if anybody hadn't noticed the difference in the design from the first one and the second one is, in the first one, aside for that 1 or 2 sequences where it shows him his face and stuff, which is kind of weird, but it was like, when he was in the like silhouetted in the shadows, his face had like a moist look to it. Mm-hmm. But whenever you actually seen him in the light, his face was like really dry.
Yeah.
But anyways, in the second one, you notice that he had them tufts of fur and hair and stuff on his arms and his forearms and his forelegs. And I was like, that was pretty cool. It made him look pretty cool. I don't understand why the hell he would have it, but it looked tight as hell. Man, what do you think about it? She's speechless. She is simply speechless, everybody.
No, I was just thinking about just something else.
I was thinking, do you like, okay, in the first film, he did the whole bus thing. I mean, the whole truck thing,
I was
right?
about to say, that was the second one.
Yeah. In the first film, he did the truck thing where he tried to scare the shit out of you by running into you and all of that good stuff. It would have pissed me the hell off, actually, personally. But anyways, in the second one, of course, he was more. What was
I want to say in the second one he was more like a predator.
Aggressive, yeah.
He was more aggressive. He acted more like a predatory species.
Yeah. He
corralled these kids. He stranded them. He stalked them. He picked them off one by one. It's like he had a strategy to everything.
Yeah. So, like first and second one, which approach do you think he did a bit better?
I like the second one.
Yeah.
It was more animalistic, like. Maybe not so much as he was like a cold-blooded killer, which I mean he is. But
I'm about to say he eating people and snatching people and stuff.
But he did it in more like a feeding nature in the second one.
Yeah, he had more of a bestial flair to him, which I think also goes back to when I was saying he had the tufts of fur and all of that.
I was actually kind of thinking about that myself.
And also the fact that they changed his feet. On the first one, he was wearing boots and stuff. But on the second one, he had normal feet like a person, kind of. But in the second one, he had them talons. So when he can grab people and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I liked that. And now, when it came to his introduction on that one, the part when he started snatching those coaches up, that was tight. That was tight. I'm not going to lie. I was scared of driving any open bed vehicles for a while. I'm sorry. Dudes snatching people out of cars and stuff. I ain't trying to get snatched either. You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to get. Oh no. But I think that was a good tactic that they used.
One thing I still will never understand is why can't he be killed?
I think he can be. It's just not in the. I think like with his character, you'd have to like starve him out type. Like if he can't feed that like that. If you can stop him from feeding, if you like lock him up in a jail cell and make sure he don't get out or whatever, that is his means of killing him. Because when you think about it, he's eating to replenish himself. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what they did. The end of the second one? They had him pinned down or whatever in that barn with a.
Yeah, they chopped off everything.
With I think they shot him with like that harpoon gun or whatever it was, and they nailed him to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And that was how it ended. So, of course, there's probably a million and one ways he could have maybe gotten out. So, if this third movie is actually true and it's not just a teaser, it'll be interesting to see how he was able to get free from that situation.
But if you go back and look at it, and you like look at when he's pinned up, you'll see the dude did stitch his arm and his leg back. I don't think he stitched the wing back, but I know he stitched the arm and the leg back. Maybe not all the way, but you can see where he had like you know what I'm saying, like that. So I think one, that's a stupid ass idea. I mean, I understood the symbolism behind it, but ain't no way in hell this dude, I'm gonna get this dude I'm getting the hell out of there and stitching his arm and leg back. Damn that. But anyways, I was thinking about, honestly, I kind of felt sorry for him in the second film because he did get messed up.
I'm sorry, I don't.
I mean, he was a dick and everything, but he did get messed up. He lost one of his wings, lost his leg, lost his arm, lost his head at one point.
Yeah, lost his head and then he grew another one.
They messed him up. They completely messed him up in the movie. Then the dude harpooned him to death. Attempted to harpoon him to death. Didn't he stab him in the head too? Yeah, he shot him in the head too.
But if he can regenerate a head, then shooting him in the head ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, he has to find another head so he can regenerate. That's why he got that boy's head in the second one.
Yeah,
but I think
that's true.
I think it was like the reason why he got it back. He was able to regenerate it because it was readily there. Like I don't think you can harpoon him in the head and he can go a few days with a harpoon in his head. I mean, maybe he could. I don't know, but they jabbed the shit out of his eye.
Like I said, I still say we need more backstory and understanding on what and how this creature came to be what it is today. I'm hoping that's what the third movie does.
I'm on the fence about that because even though I am interested to see how they will pull a great origin story behind this character, I do like the mystery and the intrigue. That, you know what I'm saying, the intrigue behind it because you don't know.
Oh, so it's kind of like a Cloverfield thing?
I mean, they gave a basic thing about Cloverfield. I mean, it was a creature that woke up in the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, but we still don't know what or how it came to be what it is and why it terrorized the city and why and how it could withstand tactical bombings. And then I think they dropped a nuke on New York City after that. And I still don't think it killed it.
No, they didn't nuke it. They firebombed it, didn't they? They bombed the city, but I don't think they nuked it.
I thought they nuked it in the end. Or maybe not.
Go ahead and just kill the other millions of people that's in the city trying to get rid of this big ass thing.
Well, they were supposed to be evacuated anyways.
Why do you think they picked he only eats for 23 days and then when he goes back into his shell he has to stay there for 23 years and then he comes back? Why is that?
I do find that kind of strange.
I think if you think about it in terms of story, it's a great way to keep him like an urban legend, kind of. So if you have it to where he's just here, and there's no restrictions on him, there's like no way nobody can not know that he's there. But if he comes and
okay, so you're saying that they kind of did it so he can remain like one of those mythical legends.
Yeah, mythological type creatures. So in that sense, it would make sense.
Kind of like the megalodon shark and everything. So.
Why 23?
I mean, as far as like the 23, I'm not sure. It's an interesting number.
There might be some kind of symbolism behind that number, but the only person I can say that would know what that is the director.
Which goes back again towards an origin story, which should explain all of that. Possibly.
Which is hopefully what we can see in the third movie. Like I still say, there's a lot of questions about this creature that literally can't be answered unless we get it on a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It just came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I tried not to say it. I tried not to say it.
Yeah, well, you failed.
My favorite sequence in the whole, one of my favorite sequences, in fact, two, where you see that the creeper is a badass.
Sequences or scenes?
Same thing.
Okay, well.
Scenes is, remember on the first movie, he was standing on top of the car, the police car, and he messed the police officers up. And then, so they didn't crash, but they kind of spun out and stopped. Mm-hmm. And then the siblings looked over towards him, and he started whistling the Jeepers Creepers when he went over there to walk to get their head. Mm-hmm. I was like, my boy over here going hard. Let me go ahead and take a step back. I gotta give it to him. And then the second one, of course, was the second movie where they were on a bus and he was picking them out. Like, I think that was ingenious because even though he is an asshole and he's eating people and killing the shit out of people and everything, it kind of shows that he's got a bit of a humorous side too.
Yeah, because I thought there was some kind of method to why he was doing that, picking out the kids one by one and actually pointing to them. But in the end, I think it was just to add to the creep factor. Like, this dude is literally coming after you. He's already pointed you out as his next target. Mm-hmm. You're the one that needs to watch out. Everybody should stay away from you. And that kind of divided the kids.
Yeah.
Because at first they were all kind of working together as a team. Mm-hmm. And then when they realized he was targeting specific kids, everyone started kind of turning against each other.
That was fun. It was like, hey, I kind of vote y'all to get off this. The dude's like, wait a minute, hold on a sec, buddy. He targeted you too. But I still want to know two things I would have liked to see. I want to see him kill somebody and eat them or whatever. That's one thing I do want to see. But I'm kind of glad that they don't show that too, because again, it adds to his mystique of the character. But I also want to know what the hell he wanted from that black dude. Because when he looked at that black dude's eyes rolled up in his head. It was ecstasy.
He smiled at the black dude.
It's like Jerry curl and cranberry juice everywhere. I was like, good God, where is this dude? What did he want from this dude? I mean, like, I would love to. In fact, I want to watch. I think I watched the director's cut and all of that stuff because I really wanted to know what the hell he wanted from that dude. What do y'all think about the whole third nostril thing?
Third nostril?
Yeah, that's how
I didn't know he had one.
It was in the second movie where it was like right here.
Maybe it was
I didn't know that was
smell their fear.
Yeah, because it wasn't in the first one, but in the second one, when he was like sniffing them kids on the bus before that scene.
Yeah, it opened up.
Yeah, it's like opened up right here.
Huh.
But
I didn't realize that.
I kind of think it is an interesting thing. It's an interesting ability that they added to the character.
I mean, most likely, of course, it's probably an enhanced sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't know what kind of specific properties it would give him other than enhanced smelling abilities.
Yeah.
He could probably smell like a shark can, he could probably smell his prey freaking 3 or 4 miles away.
When he was up that smell, I said, my boy going hard over here. I think it was interesting. Okay. As far as, like, remember in the second film, how he was introduced when he was in the cornfield and everything?
That freaked me out.
That was tight. That was really tight.
I never want to go into a cornfield because of that.
And the thing about it is, what made it so terrifying was, from a distance, he looked like he was a scarecrow.
Yeah, I mean, how can you
Yeah.
not know how many scarecrows you got?
And then all the damn crows was flying around him and stuff.
Yeah, I did like that. That was pretty cool because it's like, why are these crows flying around a scarecrow? Shouldn't they be flying away from from a scarecrow?
Yeah, and the little boy like looking at him, and he seen his feet, and his feet like this. And then
Yeah.
when it twitched, that's when the boy took off running. Like that was really good introduction.
I would have took off running and never came back.
That was a really good introduction.
Did he? I wonder, did he want something from the boy, or did he just kill him because he was there?
No, he killed him because remember they had the sequence where the girl was dreaming, then it shows the boy and he had a big ass hole in his head.
Yeah.
Well, he scooped them brains out,
So one of his brains?
or something out of his head. His what do you call it? The hypothalamus. I don't know. Yeah, he wanted that black dude. Oh, man, he was ready. What do you think about the whole Cerebus thing that he does with his face? No, chimera thing with that like that. And he like, and he got all high pitched and crap.
Well, how to put this?
Mm-hmm. He's screaming and
He was getting ready to his the 23rd day was ending. Maybe he's getting ready. He was, going back into his little thing.
but remember, Marty, he did that in the first movie too, and the first movie and the second movie happened within that same 20-day period.
Yeah, I did. Cause it's like after the first movie, it was like 3 days later, and then the kids came on the bus, so he had to be killing for some time.
I guess is what he does when he's about to smash. He's like, that's all I can see. That's like his smash mode, or like when a cat is about to attack or something, or feels threatened, like like that.
I would want to say it's like a self-defense mechanism.
But then again, he was showing off.
Or maybe it was just to make himself more terrifying.
Yeah.
Because they was pointing a lot of guns at him.
Which I was mad about that one in that part in the first movie because it felt like a missed opportunity to show how much of a badass he was, and it feels like something they had to combat low budget with, because dude's like, this thing's body is like freaking armor, but you didn't see it. That was one of the things I didn't like about the first movie was how the cops reacted to everything. Like you think, what I'm saying, and the way that it was shot. I mean, they did it to make it seem like he's more badass and mysterious, and I guess because of low budget and everything. But not low budget, but the budget. But I was like, I would have liked to seen him engage them cops. I would have loved to see them engage them cops.
So what do you think of the location?
As far as the first movie for what it was, which was pretty much like a stalking them type movie, I think it worked for what it was. The second film where it was basically them being isolated.
It was just open field.
Yeah, I think that worked too because again, it did show him in his element. If he's in the open field and he can fly, and the flying sequences were tight. Oh, the cat's about to go hard up in here.
If y'all hear some cat fighting in the background, it's my cat over here trying to fight.
Cat's going ham.
I don't know why they do that from time to time. Well, they are brother and sister. They're from the same litter, so he always likes to mess with her.
All right, let's talk about the possible Jeepers Creepers 3. First, do you want to see any characters to return? I heard Trish from the first one was supposedly return, and I kind of would like to see her return.
Why? She ain't end up in a crazy how she saw her brother get taken away.
But if you think about it, she could have...
Revenge?
Yeah, she could have kept up with the legend or whatever. And, been, backtracking and, chasing on this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, how about she comes back and she has more information about the creature?
Yeah.
His backstory.
Yeah. Like more information about him because she was looking, been trying to look up what this creature is and stuff. Like I think that'll be an interesting way to bring back her character. And she's like, this dude ate my brother 23 years ago. So now I know he's about to come back. I'm about to go hard right now.
She may be the only one I would rather see back. Apart from that, I would rather than have a whole new cast.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a new cast. What about the father? Me personally, I think the father probably died of old age. By the time this thing
Yeah, he
was
was old as hell.
Yeah, he should have passed by. I mean, of course, it depends how far in the future they're gonna set this third movie.
I just hope it just picks up right with the second one left off. 23 years after they got him.
Well, Trish will be up there.
She would be like
40.
she'd be like 50.
Yeah, so she could be like the older, wiser type.
Telling them about it.
Telling them, she could tell the new cast about the creature, and they're probably gonna be the young dumb cast, and they're not gonna believe her. They're gonna die, and she's gonna be right, and she might get killed herself when she tries to face him.
Yeah. I would. In fact, I would kind of like it to be her and the creeper have that moment where he recognizes her.
That makes you wonder: does he have a memory though?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got to have a memory. Because as much as he is just going around killing people, he still thinks. He planning this stuff, which is why I like the fact that he came up with those bone weapons in the second one.
Yeah, okay.
I like this part too. When they had the hair showing and then his face when he got the other dude's head and he just turned and it was just him. You didn't see the other dudes.
Now the one thing I didn't like about that sequence when he regenerated his head, I would have liked him kept that face for a little bit and let it gradually shift back to his head.
But it did, didn't it?
No, it did it like immediately. As soon as he turned, it just shifted right back to his head. But I'm like, you see how it is now?
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked it to stay like that, but then over the course of the rest of the movie, it started gradually changing. Instead of being like immediate the way it was. But then again, when he eats stuff to regenerate, like when they ran over his hand in the first one, he ate the guy's hand and the hand just came back.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
basically it's instant regeneration.
Yeah.
There's no real process to it. It's just there.
I want to see him just smash somebody one day. I just want to see him grab somebody. I just go in on it. Eat him like he eating a burger. And I say eat him like he's eating a burger. I mean, just slap on into it. I want to see the grape jelly everywhere.
Okay, he eats to regenerate what he's lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he just don't eat like that. I mean, he can kill. He just don't eat unless he's lost something or he needs something.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's like, from the way his body looks, it looks like he's in a constant, from the first movie, it looks like he's decaying. If you actually look at it, I mean, maybe it's just me, but if you think about it, he's eating people for certain parts. If he looks like he's decaying the way he is, then he's replenishing his parts because they're decaying. I mean, it doesn't explain why he would sleep for 23 years or whatever, but...
Which is why he needs a backstory.
That's like an extended hibernation.
Yeah. That boy going to that true food coma. He going to that real food coma. But yeah, what about the creature itself? Do you want to see any changes done to the creature's design if they come out with a 3? Because one thing I did like about the title, which I thought was badass, was from what I heard, it was supposed to be Jeepers Creepers. No, like a bat out of hell, Jeepers Creepers. I was like, okay, that's a pretty cool title.
Well, I certainly I hope he can keep his flying ability because I think that gave a real element of creepiness to him.
I kind of want to say I want this one to be a little bit more confined a little bit.
And grounded and walk.
Yeah, because in the first one, it felt a bit grounded. In the second one, it was bigger. But I think they need to kind of tighten it up, bring it back a little bit, give us a little bit more claustrophobic feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing that he does is he's underground a lot. You see that in the first movie, and even though he can fly, there was a deleted scene or deleted section in the second film where the kids were supposed to be running through the field, and one found this like locker in the ground, and they fell in, and that's where his nest was, or whatever his hideout was. So I would like to see like him being like catacombs or something. Like say some people lost in some catacombs. Like that would be like a
So
pretty.
you want to see it in a cave like setting?
I want to see. I mean, like I said, we've seen it where he flies, but I want to see it where it's okay. How should I say it? We've seen it where he's in his element and him flying. The best way to make it creepier now is to make it to where it's more claustrophobic. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be the best way of doing that. Hi, Rumi.
I would say I would kind of like to see something in like a heavily wooded type setting.
Yeah. Like, imagine you watching a movie and somebody's running from a creeper, and they're in some kind of enclosed space, and all they can do is hear is like his breathing and shit, but they can't see him. Like, that'd be some creepy stuff. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You think so? Yeah. Don't make me make that movie, okay? I'm gonna mess it up. So we say you think that there should be like a wooden area, and I say it should be like in a catacombs or a cave like area. Where do you think they should have a set at? I also thought about like a city, but
I was gonna say city, but then I was like, nah, I don't think that really ups the creep factor enough.
so what about you? She's speechless.
I'm not speechless. I'm looking at these pictures and I have a lot of, running through my head. He's smart, because the way he stitched those bodies back together and preserved them. Why? I wonder why.
You know what, you're right. That married couple that he ate, he did stitch them together.
He stitched a lot of people together, up on the wall. Like, like that. He's like a sick version of the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
So I wonder why. Did he get something from them and wanted to save them for later, but he preserved them. Why? So
Maybe
he's smart.
Maybe it's like a trophy thing, like Predator.
It
Or
could, I suppose, be something like that.
they're gonna come up with a new movie. It's gonna be called Predator versus the Creeper.
What kind of creature is the creeper? Is he half and half or something? He has bat.
He's got bat wings. He's got talons. He's got regenerative properties.
Oh, you said Regina. I'd straight up say the man's a demon. Straight up.
But if he's a demon,
Or a demonic creature.
well, they've got a whole lot of backstory to explain then if he's a demon.
Comes from hell, bad out of hell.
Compton. He came from somewhere.
He came straight out of Compton.
They got it straight out of Compton. It's gonna be the 5 dudes walking, and there's gonna be the creeper flying over them. Oh, that's funny.
I just would like to know why every 23 years for 23 days. I just would like to know that.
Like I said, I think it's because of the mythology wise. It would make sense to do that because if he's been around 100 years and people keep constantly coming up missing in this one area, you're gonna think something up, right? But if it happens every blue moon,
Do you think they'll keep it in like the same general area in the third movie?
I think at this point they gotta change it.
Maybe it needs the third one needs to be set back in some time instead of going forward.
That would probably be a good idea.
I get with that, but the only thing I'd say about that is it's gotta be
Of course, if you do that, you'll have a whole new cast. You won't be able to bring anybody back.
and it won't even be just the cast. You'd have to consider, like, you have to consider like the time period and all that. You got to consider the weaponry, and it'd be good. Like, maybe I don't know. To me personally, if they had started it off back in the day, it'd have been like it'll work then. But to set it now and then go back, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's not like it hasn't been done with other movies.
Yeah, they haven't done that a lot with other movies. So why not this one?
That dude looks like Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
That dude looks like Danny Glover.
Alright.
He ain't do. But anyways, I mean, if y'all think, I think they should just go ahead and pick up after the 23 years later. Or like, okay, if they would do it as a prequel, what would be the time period?
I need to know who he is, what he's about. Why did he become what he became? Was he human at first, or was he born that way? I don't know.
He was a cannibal that started eating people, and
he
then
get cursed.
Was he cursed by a witch doctor or something?
Is that kind of overdoing it? But he was cursed.
I mean, a curse would be a pretty interesting way to go. It'd be an interesting way to go. Is he like an alien? In that picture, he looks like Freezer. I'm gonna pull up a picture of Freezer, and you're gonna look at it, gonna look just like that.
An alien would be pretty cool. If he's some kind of alien species, I would say set it back about maybe in the 50s or 60s, or was it the 70s when the Roswell incident happened?
I don't know. That'd be an interesting point. Could be an alien. Could be a curse. Could be a demonic.
Maybe he was one of the alien bodies that was recovered at the Roswell incident.
Or maybe he was genetically created by the government. Or maybe he's a mutant.
I would say that would be plausible, but everyone already overdoes the whole government conspiracy thing. Maybe they created him as a biological weapon to use against terrorists. We've seen that story way too many times.
Okay, so right now we've talked about, the first movie, the second movie, what we did like, what we didn't like, the characters, the creatures, the story, the origins, possibility for the third installment, which hell yeah I want to see. So y'all better get on the ball, whoever producing this movie. Regardless if it's in the future, if it's in the past, returning characters, new characters, what have you. So is there anything else y'all think that they should, roll on when it comes to this, this film, aside from cats fighting?
All I know is that they need to give more story on who or what this thing is. That's all, because I honestly don't care who they choose or who they will choose for the cast, who they bring back, who they don't bring back. We just need more information about this creature. It's the biggest plot hole in this whole thing. Without any backstory or information on this creature, we don't know how all this came to be.
But the thing about it is, are we supposed to care about the creature, or are we supposed to care about the characters?
I care about the creature. There's only one of them. There's 7 billion people on this planet, but there's only one, apparently, as far as we know, of this thing.
Yeah. I agree.
They care about the people. They don't care about the people get ate and killed and kidnapped. Lord have mercy.
All of these serial killers, Freddy, Jason, they all have backstories. He don't.
I still don't understand Freddy Krueger's nor Jason's.
Oh.
At least they have substance behind them. Creeper doesn't have anything.
Freddy Krueger killing people for no damn reason. Aside from he's a sick fuck. And then you got Jason, who's this zombie.
But I don't think this creeper is just doing it because he's a sick fuck.
No, the creeper's doing that. I'm thinking from survival.
But that's why we need to fill in some plot points. Because we don't know.
Yeah, it's like, in the first one, he just showed up. Why? Where did he come from? Did he come from hell? And was he planted there?
We already established that he came from Compton. That's where he came from.
And if not Compton, Detroit.
Yeah. Chicago. And I know somebody's going to probably get mad at that, but I don't care. So anyways, We're gonna wrap this up, guys. Thank you for joining me on this session. We need to figure out what we're gonna call this, like specific, like I don't know the.
We'll brainstorm.
We'll brainstorm about it. But anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in to this podcast, and guess we'll catch you into the next podcast. All right, y'all want to say anything else?
See ya.
Bye.